For the indelible mark he has left in our ministry, including the belief that Catholic ethics can bring hope and healing to the world around us, please welcome the 2024 Lifetime Achievement recipient, the former senior ethicist for the Catholic Health Association and member of SSM Health Ministries, Ron Hamel.
Thank you so much, and good evening. When Sister Mary called to tell me I'd be receiving CHA's Lifetime Achievement Award, I was certain she had called the wrong number, or she had confused me with somebody else. She assured me multiple times that that was not the case, and clearly she was right. Despite the fact that there's something just a bit ominous about receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award, I'm immensely grateful to CHA for this award, as well as to the selection committee who chose me, and in particular to my friends at SSM who nominated me, and to anyone else who might have been involved in my nomination. There is no way I can adequately express my gratitude. I'm also deeply humbled by this award. While I'm the person receiving it, I wouldn't be standing here tonight if it weren't for many, many others. My parents and siblings, dear friends in and out of Catholic healthcare, many of whom are here this evening, my wonderful colleagues at CHA for 16 and a half years, my theologian and ethics colleagues across the ministry and in academia, both living and deceased, the Franciscan Sisters of Mary, the sponsor, board members, and leadership of SSM Health, who gifted me with 8 years of service, the leadership of Christus Health, and members of the Board Mission Integration and Human Resources Committee, with whom I've served for the past 9 years. And finally, the amazing people across Catholic healthcare with whom I've interacted in various ways over the years. You all have inspired me, taught me, guided, challenged, and supported me in so many ways. This award is largely because of all of you. It is as much yours as it is mine. If I could take a few more minutes of your time to reiterate a couple of thoughts I mentioned in the video, thoughts that are important to me and that relate to the theme of this assembly. The assembly theme brings to my mind both the parable of the Good Samaritan and the stories of the religious women and men who began this ministry in this country. Both exemplify not only what Pope Benedict XVI called a heart that sees need and suffering, but also one that is willing to risk in responding to need and suffering. The Good Samaritan risked his own well-being, risked being ostracized by his own people, risked the use of his own resources to care for the wounded individual, and risked being turned away by the innkeeper. Our forebears exemplified immense courage, along with ingenuity, patience, persistence, and resilience in responding to the needs and suffering they encountered. Both the Good Samaritan and our forebears risked. They embraced bold. Pope Francis often speaks of a culture of encounter, of the need to go out, to meet the other, to touch the other, especially those who are poor, ill, and disadvantaged. This, he says, is touching the flesh of Christ in others. I believe this gets to the heart of what it is that we are and should be about first and foremost. It requires us, as it did our forebears and the Good Samaritan, to embrace bold, to risk in seeing need and responding to it, especially the needs of the most vulnerable. This might well mean moving beyond our comfort zones, thinking outside the box, imagining new ways of providing care. That's our challenge, I believe, as we continue this ministry of healing. I end by quoting again the words of Mother Odelia Berger to her sisters shortly before she died, words that I think are as relevant to us as they were to her sisters. Let us, and in her words, continue courageously for the love of God. And I would add, for the flourishing of those in need whom we encounter. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.